Yesterday, we talked about the rule of 100. And today, I want to give you more clarity on what the rule of 100 would look like if you put it into play for your business. For me, it started 2019 when I looked back and I said, Tristan, why are you and the team getting one referral a day from our core sphere past clients? What's going on? And so I had to look back to see how I could recreate this. And that's what we're going to talk about today so that you can get one referral a day. Yeah, it's actually possible. Plus, you can get way more than that. I'm Tristan. This is Your Daily Real Estate. It's a podcast, it's a show. I almost do these daily. Sometimes I fall a little bit behind, but let's get right into this one. Let's start with number one. There are three. Number one is H. When you're looking at your brand, you have to think, well, where's my brand going to meet my clients, those core sphere, those people, those 100, those people that love me, those top 20, whatever it is. I've got over 100 people. So my list is a little bit more extensive. But look, when I started way back in 2003, 2004, it took me 11 years to decide that I was going to work well with my past clients. I kind of had just let them go and I did a terrible job. And so after that, I thought, well, maybe we should do a little bit of a better job so we can get more business and not have to go look for new business. So I thought, what can I do with my core sphere to connect with them more? And step one was my brand, your brand needs to meet them at home. Your brand needs to meet them at home first. And what does that mean? Well, are you sending them an actual written note? Are you giving them something, either a pop by or using a company like Client Giant to make it happen? We use Client Giant. You can use anybody you want. Newsletter, actual written newsletter that goes out to people, either dropped off or mailed. Postcards, magazines. Listen, it doesn't matter. Your brand needs to meet these core people at home quarterly so that they get something from you quarterly. That can be more, it can be a little bit less, but not too much less. But just depends on what your budget is. I wouldn't start going all in on this. I'd pick 5, test it out, 10, 15, slowly scale up. Next, once your brand has met them at home, H, your brand needs to meet them online. O, H, O. And there's a third one, so we're not ending at H, O. Online. And that means anything that really you can do with this. Like, what can you do with this? Well, I can call, I can text, I can email, I can go on social, I can create ads, I could do newsletters. There's a lot you can do with this. So think of how you can apply that to your core sphere. It's probably the least expensive way to go too if you want to start with this one. But when you want to add a layer of a little bit of money, I would start with remarketing. You already have your core people. Well, maybe you should send them a message routinely, change that message up every month. Maybe show them property through your IDX and it's a carousel ad. It all depends on how you want to roll with this for the remarketing. But look, if you don't want to do that, newsletters still work incredibly well. In fact, it's one of our go-to things. We send out a newsletter weekly. You can send it out now because of Substack. You don't need a newsletter provider. You could just create it there and it's free, Substack. You could just add people and have them subscribe to it. And then you can export them if you want. But social media is free, right? Creating short videos, put them on YouTube so they live a longer life. Instagram now is searchable through Google and it's popping them up. Facebook is searchable on Google. TikTok, LinkedIn. See, your core sphere, your core past clients, those people that know you, probably are already following you, already know that you exist on social. So they're going to see you, and that adds to like our rule yesterday, right? The rule of 100. Well, this online section becomes an easier play for you to show up in front of the people that you're supposed to be showing up on. And then you can layer it in with texts that provide value, right? How are you helping them? Let me give you a directory I've got. Every quarter we add people to it. I got this new electrician, boom, 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 send it out. Now it's more like a concierge feel. So when you're looking at online, there really is no limit to what you can do. You could do paid, you could do free. I would outline it. And we have a long outline of this, but what about you? How would you tackle online? That's O. Now, the third one is a little bit more old school, but I would say still works amazingly well. And it's the old, you want to meet up for coffee. It's let's do events. It's how are you showing up in the community in person? So you've got H, your brand, meeting them at home. O, your brand, meeting them online in some way. And then P, your brand, meeting them in person. And the in-person piece really brings it together because the whole goal of meeting them in person is to remind them how you make them feel, because your job is to make people feel amazing, right? You're dealing dopamine all the time. You're making people feel great. You're making people feel valued. You're making people feel significant. Not only did you do that at their home because your brand met them there, not only are you doing that online because your brand makes them feel smarter because now they're learning, makes them feel like you care because you're following them on social and commenting. And now you're meeting them in person and you're inviting them to an event that you do or to coffee. You're listening to them, you're talking to them, you're engaging with them. You're making an environment for them to connect with you and to feel great. And so my favorite one for these is twofold. I mean, you could do the big events, which we've done, Halloween, theater events. We've done a day in the lake where we took everybody out on boats on a lake area. We've done it all, and they work great, but man, they're exhausting for me. So I gravitated to something much smaller. We even tried the small lunches or dinners with 4 or 5 of our core sphere. It didn't feel good for me. Some agents do amazing with this. For me, it was simply two things. One, meeting them for coffee, which I still do to this day, and I absolutely love it. Coffee, lunch, one person. I prefer coffee, but lunch is great too. I did it yesterday, and it went really well. And I've done it 3 times this week. Last week, one of the people we met sent us a referral, and I didn't ask for one. Now, the other one, we teamed up with a local mailbox place a few years back, and they were doing a shredding event. And I said, hey, this is great, but you only have a little flyer. What if we team up, since you're already having this shredding thing, and I can send it out to all my clients, right? This way it helps you because you want to sell more mailboxes and you've got some goodies here. And then I can kind of make it a co-hosted event, blast it out on social. Here's my following, right? And our core past clients. And you can give me whatever parameters you want. We did that and it was great. In fact, I love that because I didn't have to set up anything. So if you can find local businesses that are doing something for their following and you can tag along and it can be part of yours as well, to me, that creates less anxiety for me. And again, it's value driven. Anyway, look at doing HOP. Add this to your core business plan. Because once you simplify it, you're like, great, is my brand meeting them at home? Is my brand meeting them online? And is my brand meeting them in person? Right, hop. It's hop. You're hopping. Hop, 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 hop. And if you do this routinely well for your core sphere and your core past clients, you will get more than one referral a day as you build up this great list of amazing people. Anyway, let me know what you think. And please subscribe. Share this with somebody you think may need this. Have an awesome day.